remanded to the county jail and...
Oh no.
And look, your mom picks up the phone. The voice on the other end sounds exactly like your brother. Same accent, same nervous laugh, and he says, "I'm in trouble. I need money. Please don't tell anyone."
And Grandma, please don't call my mom and dad because I don't want them to know.
Except it's not your brother. It's a piece of software that cloned his voice from a 30-second Facebook video and dialed your mother's landline like it was ordering a pizza. This is not a small uptick in phone scams. A 2026 fraud analysis just called last year the year of the Vishing scam. And new data shows these AI-driven voice attacks have exploded by over 400% in 6 months. Your phone is no longer a lifeline. It's a vibrating, ringing digital Trojan horse. So today I'm showing you the receipts on this 400% surge, why people over 55 are target number 1, and the 5-move active defense plan you set up before the next call comes in. There is an entire industry, an entire industry of overseas call centers whose full-time job is to call your parents and grandparents and convince them to hand over their life savings. No product, no service, just a phone, a script, and artificial intelligence that can fake anyone's voice in real time. And the numbers are staggering. Scams reported by adults 60 and older hit $2.4 billion in losses, up over 26% from the year before. And that number, it's roughly 300% higher than what seniors lost in 2020. 300% in 4 years. That's not a trend, that's a siege. And the FTC says from 2020 to 2024, the number of older adults reporting losses over $100,000 from imposter scams grew nearly 7-fold. 7 times more seniors losing 6 figures to a phone call. And nobody's talking about it. Your financial advisor isn't warning you. Your bank isn't calling you, ironically. So I guess that job falls to the real estate guy on YouTube. Fine, I'll take it. And let's start with what's driving this. According to CrowdStrike's 2025 Global Threat Report, confirmed by IBM, voice phishing attacks jumped 442% from the first half of 2024 to the second half. Put it this way, if the price of eggs jumped 442% like these attacks did, you'd be paying $13.50 for a carton of eggs. There would be riots in the grocery aisle. We'd be burning down the dairy section. But because this is happening silently, one phone call at a time, nobody's rioting, they're just paying. And the FBI's Elder Fraud Report backs it up. People over 60 lost over $3.4 billion to fraud in 2023. Call center scams alone, the kind that start with a ringing phone, accounted for nearly $770 million of that. And here's what should make you furious. In those call center scams, people over 60 were about 40% of the victims, but suffered 58% of the total losses. So why target homeowners over 55? Simple. You have the equity, you have the nest egg, and unlike a crypto bro in his 20s, you still answer the phone. But the real nightmare isn't just that they're calling you, it's how they're doing it. You see, they aren't casting a wide net anymore. No, they're spear phishing. They go to your grandkid's TikTok or Instagram account. They rip the audio from a 3-second video where your grandson is complaining about homework. They feed that audio into a cheap AI cloning tool, software that costs less than a Netflix subscription. And suddenly, they have a keyboard that speaks in Billy. They can type anything they want, and it comes out in his voice, his cadence, his laugh. So when the phone rings at 2 a.m. and you hear Billy sobbing, saying he's been in a car accident in Mexico and needs bail money wired immediately, your brain doesn't go to, this is a complex algorithmic attack vector. No, your brain goes to, Billy is in trouble. It's biological. It bypasses your logic center and hits your reptile brain. And that's why it's so effective. They're hacking your love to steal your money. Now, let's look at how the professional version works. Because the grandparent scam, this is emotional manipulation. This next one is surgical. A scammer calls you. They already know your name, your address, and your mortgage lender. Because companies called data brokers scraped all of that from public records and sold it for pennies. The caller ID says Wells Fargo. Spoofing that number takes seconds and it costs almost nothing. The voice on the line is calm, professional, and American. They say, "Hello, this is the fraud department at Wells Fargo. We see a suspicious transaction on your mortgage account for the property at your actual address. Did you authorize a transfer of $5,000? And you panic. No, absolutely not. They say, okay, don't worry. We need to secure the account. I'm going to send a verification code to your mobile device to prove it's you. Now, that's the tripwire. They're actually logging into your real bank account at that exact moment. They triggered the code. When you read that code back to them, you aren't verifying your identity to the bank. You're giving the burglar the key to the front door. They're using the bank's own security measures against you. It's jujitsu, really. They're using your own momentum to flip you onto the mat and choke you out financially. And because this is an industrialized, automated operation hitting millions of phones every single month, it's a pure numbers game. If 99% of people hang up, they don't care. They only need the 1% who pick up. Now, I can feel some of you tensing up. You're thinking, I'm not stupid. I wouldn't fall for this. Well, let me stop you right there. And I'm not calling you stupid. Don't make the mistake, though, of thinking this is about intelligence. It's not. I've seen doctors, lawyers, CEOs lose 6 figures to these scams. You wouldn't feel stupid if you got mugged by a ninja. Well, these are digital ninjas. When you hear a voice that sounds like your daughter or a bank manager who knows your mortgage balance to the penny, your brain releases cortisol, stress hormones. Your critical thinking, it shuts down. It's a physiological response. You're not falling for it because you're getting older. You're falling for it because you're a human being with a functional nervous system, and they've weaponized your biology against you. The FBI confirms that criminals are now exploiting AI-generated audio to impersonate family members and officials to increase the believability of their schemes. So if you think you're immune, you are the perfect victim. So how do we fight back? Well, you need to stop treating your phone like a communication device and start treating it like a diffused bomb. Trust nothing you haven't verified yourself. So here's your active defense plan. There's 5 moves, and the first 2, they're the ones that matter the most. Move number 1, the safe word protocol. This is non-negotiable. Tonight, at dinner, or on your next call with your kids and grandkids, you establish a safe word. Something random. Purple flamingo. Disco Danny, rutabaga. If anyone calls you claiming to be your child or your grandchild in an emergency, bail, hospital, kidnapping, whatever it may be, you ask for the safe word. If the voice on the phone, even if it sounds exactly like your son, cannot give you the word, you hang up, period. AI can clone a voice. It cannot read your mind. This one step, it kills the deepfake scam dead in its tracks. Move number 2, the hang up and call back. And this is really your golden rule. If anyone calls you claiming to be a bank, the IRS, the police, or Amazon, and they start talking about money or fraud, hang up. Don't be polite. Don't say goodbye. You sever the connection. Then flip your credit card over or pull up your bank statement and find the official customer service number printed there and then call them directly. If it was real, they'll have a record of it. If it was a scam, you just saved your life savings. Never trust caller ID. It's a mask. Treat caller ID like a hallucination. Now, 3 more walls for your fortress, and these are fast. Silence unknown callers. It's one setting on your phone. If the number is not in your contacts, it doesn't ring. Go straight to voicemail. Real people leave messages. Scammers don't. Turn it on tonight. Number 4, assume your voice is already out there. You cannot scrub every video of your family from the internet. Your grandson isn't deleting his TikToks. So stop trusting your ears and start trusting the safe word. That's the real defense. And the pressure test, number 5. If you're on a call and you feel that rising panic, that act now or else energy, that is the scam. That feeling is the product. Real banks don't demand Bitcoin. Real emergencies don't require gift cards. And if they get angry when you say, let me call you back, you have your answer. Hang up. Here's where this lands. You have 2 choices. You can assume it won't happen to you, the same assumption that cost seniors $3.4 billion and counting, or you can spend 20 minutes tonight setting up a safe word, silencing unknown callers, and making sure everyone in your family knows the rules. 20 minutes to build a fortress around everything you spent 40 years earning. That's the trade. It's worth it. And you're watching this right now because you're the type of person who doesn't wait to get blindsided. You prepare. You build your war chest of information before you need it. And that puts you miles ahead of where most people are standing right now. But listen, locking the front door doesn't help if you leave the back door wide open. You see, while you're watching your phone, there's a silent scam that targets the deed to your home directly at the county courthouse. No phone call required here. It's called title theft, and it's the silent partner to everything I just showed you. I broke down exactly how it works in this video right here, and I show you the firewall you can build around your deed to protect it. You are building a fortress. This is the next brick. Watch this now.